That's just facts. I'm gonna take Genie. I've been trying to get a Genie run for a few days now. Let's try it on stream and see how it goes. Mino? Why not? We'll take him as well as the Genie. It's actually not a bad combo, so. Alright. That sounds like a start to me. You never know what you're gonna find along the way, but this is a way to begin a run. What up, Eska? Nope. But you are here. What up, Mad Tony? Oh my, he's mad, bro. Oh shit. Don't get too mad, okay? Sorry I haven't been able to watch. I've had a lot of work. That's cool, man. Nothing wrong with you know, living your life. I'm glad you're here right now. All the people are joining in. Fridays are good for that. Sorry about missing Wacky Tuesday, by the way. From now on, I'm setting my alarm. Or, you know, if my insomnia gets real bad again, you know, we'll see about my alarm. But right now, I'm in a state where I'm not, like, too miserable with it, so. But that's the reason I missed on Tuesdays, because, like, I just wasn't setting my alarm because I was just trying to get, like, caught up with my sleep. But we're good now. Dude, this is going to be such an easy Act 1 Part 1. Thank God, like, I have these powerful swappers. I did a funny respec on Elden Ring. I'm now strength and fate for all the Rellana. Dude, I have, wait. Oh, for the, that's what, dude, I'm using the Rellana swords. They're super fun. A lot of people were saying they think they're bad. So I guess I gotta, like, so far they've been pretty freaking good. I don't know, I've liked them. Maybe they got buffed. Did they get changed in the recent patch? But, like, so far I've liked them. They are objectively weaker than what I was doing before, though. I will say that much. But, like, I don't know. Like, maybe okay. I like them. I think they're fun. Die. I might actually try and commit to the Genie proper, because, like, I have been trying for the past few days to get an actual Genie run going. It's not even hard to get a Genie run going. I just keep getting, like, enticed by other things. Like, Genie is a powerful skull. It's not like, it's like, oh god, how am I gonna get this Genie run off the ground? Genie's good. So I'm completely down to just full commit to him. And also Minotaur's good too. Maybe I could get a minute. Maybe I could just commit to both these guys. It depends on what we're offered. I'll take that. Minotaur's actually a shockingly good crit item skull. Not like an incredible crit item skull, but like you wouldn't expect him to be good, but he actually is because of the dust he kicks up on the ground. It allows him to proc items proc crit items regularly. Thought that would teleport me up. Dude, when you swap into Minotaur in Act 1 Part 1, things just like melt. They turn into pink mist. It's so sick. Minotaur in Act 1 is so good. Believers versus doubters, sure. Twitch mobile became TikTok? What do you mean? I think Twitch mobile's terrible. If that's a comment on how bad Twitch mobile is, I agree. Also, what's up, Doss? Believers versus doubters, why not? Guess what, chicken butt? What up, Kilkey? Welcome. Let's hopefully get a... Ooh, let's take treasure on the pedestal first, just so we have the money. But I want the bone shards. Give me something good, please. That's good. Kind of counter to what I was wanting to do. Oh, thanks for the 5 gift. 10 gift. Oh my god. What the fuck? Holy shit. Wait. Okay. Mad Tony got one. Again, bro got one. Fim Skull. That person has Skull in their name. They're like freaking Skull. Keytard. Keytard. It's been a while since Keytard. Hope they're doing okay. Shulk. Ito. Chukworty. Print Equation. And AW2. No, and then Valkyrus. There's some names I recognize in there. Thank you for the 10 gifteds. That's ridiculous. Very much Oh, wait, that's a dupe. I don't really care though. That's a bad dupe. That's all I wanted. Sure, whatever, I guess. I wish I would have just bought this. But thank you for the 10 gifteds. That's so generous. God, you're crazy, man. I appreciate it so much. God, my oiler. My freaking oiler. He's lost his mind. We need a balanced skull if we're going to use the, yo, this might not be the genie run. I don't know. Because, like, I got given a boat of mana. Like, I don't know, man. How do you, I guess if you get one balanced skull, I generally find the bone of mana to be worth it. But, like, it's like I now want 2 balanced skulls, you know? That's just how it goes with this item. I kind of wish the bone items were a little different. I don't know, like maybe I'm being dramatic, but like I don't like that it forces you to build around specific skull archetypes, or not even archetypes, specific skull like I guess archetypes is the right word. I don't know, but it'd be cool if you could take like 2 power skulls and still get bone of mana value, and you know, also like bone of swiftness and bone of power. Genie is a faux balance skull. I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, kind of, I guess, but what up, Daily Mails? I finally got a PS5 and got Elden Ring, and you beat Rykard and Rellana and the ones before. I see why you like Elden Ring now, dude. Elden Ring's so fucking fun. It's what we're playing tomorrow, by the way. I've been hopelessly addicted to it off camera. I've been playing so much Elden Ring now that I have a save file of my own going. I'm actually caught up to where we are on stream, basically. Like, I'm on my way on my solo file to fight the like dragon that we were fighting at the end of last stream. I forget his name. It's their theme. Did I miss something from? Oh, flat damage reduction. It's their theme. What are you talking about? Thank you as always, Kyokin, and also I hope your workday is going okay. I appreciate your constant support. Like, the thing is without someone like Kyokin streaming, like, and I don't stream to make money. I stream for the potential to make money. That's like the whole thing with streaming, is like if you get a stream that is successful, it's like really super worth your time. But if you're just starting out, streaming is just like a time sink. You don't make anything doing it. I don't make shit from ad revenue. But someone like Kyokin being on at the stream actually makes it like a thing where I can make a little bit of money doing it. So thank you as always, Kyokin. I appreciate it immensely. Without you, I would still be doing this. I just wouldn't be making any money. So I appreciate it, man. As like a genuinely infinite appreciation. I don't know how else to word it, but just thank you so much. What up, Valkyrie? You just got a gifted sub, dog. That's it's weird how Twitch doles them out, because it's been a while since I've seen you, unless you're a lurker. But I'm glad you got it, and I hope you have fun. And also, you're a doubter, so maybe I shouldn't be saying any of this. But I appreciate you being here. Enjoy the stream. Yeah, I know. I understand. Like, I just wish it didn't force you into a box and you could still get the power. Because like, that's the thing about it kind of fucks with bone runs. Is like the most powerful bones in the game, in my opinion, are the bones that are themed around the skull types, right? But like if you're doing a bone run, you like want to take as many bones as possible. So sometimes you're forced to take like bones you don't want to take. Like I don't know, say you're doing like a power skull and a balanced skull run. You're forced to take like bone of swiftness to get the maximum value out of bone. And it makes your bone of swiftness a lot weaker. You want to go home? I'm sorry, man. You were in Legion? Wasn't an event? That was even that long ago. I remember too. Okay, we'll take it. This could be a stun run. I mean, we have Minotaur. It wouldn't be bad. Take that. Why do I have so much money? I don't know. I'm rich, though. I don't even have gold percent gain. I'm just rich. Like, I don't get why that's like the one glitch they fixed. Because there's so many glitches. Legion being rare was kind of a fun glitch. Like, there's so many way worse glitches that just did not get fixed. I don't know why people were saying the swords were bad. They actually shred if you build well. My arrow them. Well, the thing is they can't stagger very easily. Like, or not. Well, I guess stagger too, but they can't like poise break very easily either. I can see why people think they're bad, but at the same time, I don't know, they're fun, man. I'm having fun. Like I'm Rellana. That's fun. That's what I care about. I'm friggin' Rellana, dude. Oh gosh. Man, fuck. You know, I got maybe 3 or 4 runs today, depending on if I lose a run. I'm gonna get rid of the genie. We'll take Genie to the start of another one. I'm gonna take this. This is a balanced skull. It makes my boat of mana better. That's what I care about. It's a similar problem to Masterpiece, but Masterpiece has many more items. Well, Masterpiece is also just like, it's a means to an end, whereas Bone is the end, you know? And Bone also has like a similar problem where Bone is weak until the very end of your run. Or I don't know if I would say weak. Like, because the Bone is still fine. It's just like, the reason you're building around Bone is to get to the end of the run. Whereas a lot of inscriptions in Skull, sure, you like it when you get to the end and you're like, you know, the enhanced inscription, but it's not all about that. Whereas that's what Bone is. Like before you get to the... Ooh, speak of Bone. Okay. Alright, fuck it. Sure, dog. Why not? Let's see if we can get a Bone run going. But yeah, Bone at the end of your run is like the reason you build it, whereas a lot of other enhanced inscriptions just like, well, that's a nice little bonus tacked on to the power I already was generating. Had a glitch where I went into a shop and found 4 Hope Slashers. Yeah, that's like a console specific glitch that pretty much will always exist. It's existed since the dawn of time. Mutant Bone Box. Oh, yeah, it also a Mutant as well. Very, very good Bone Box. I wasn't even thinking about the other inscription. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm glad I got rid of the Genie now, because this could actually be a proper Bone Run. Bone Runs are just, like, super, super RNG. Like, they are so heavily influenced by, like just RNG across the board. If you, don't, like, say you're building a Bone Run and you don't get Bone Box, you might, by the end of your run, just not have enough stats to make the run really pop off. Like, the way I feel about Bone Runs is just a little bit, I feel a little bit like they are, I don't know, they kind of have a problem with tending to not quite reach the mark you'd want them to, but we'll see about today, if we can get lucky and make this Bone Run pop off. We have the Bone Box, and that's part of the puzzle when it comes to Bone, in my opinion. And also, if you're playing Bone and you have like Bomber, for instance, that's like another thing. Because Bomber, like Bone in any run where you can swap to your Bomber more often and use Kaboom is like objectively very powerful. Basically, with Bone, you want like a good swapper, basically. That's like very important for Bone. It's just making sure that the extra swaps you're getting are very powerful and count towards something, and you know, like it has to count for something, basically. It's not looking like we're getting a second Yiggy, so that's good. Well, actually, I guess I can't say that just yet. Okay, no, we're good. Wonderful. Wait, what are you talking about? The best build for them is Int and Faith. What, poise breaking? We're being pushed and pulled in quite a few different directions. Something like this I don't know if I'm going masterpiece is the thing. In fact, if we're bone, being masterpiece is a lot harder. You like your build? I don't remember a lot about it. It was Ruin's Greatsword, which I am not the biggest fan of, but your build, if I remember right, was like kind of hard to dislike. Though I've never played a like heavy armor build, so I don't really have too many opinions on heavy armor. Okay, that's incredible. We can take like, oh yeah, this is a great start. So Act 1 Melanophobia, or Act 2 Melanophobia, I should say. Leaving Act 1 Melanophobia, and also Old Reliable. We had enough core quartz to get all of it. And also, if you want a powerful swapper with your bone run, Recruit is a great option. So there was no heavy armor, but it was like you had like all defense talismans, and you're telling me your character didn't have heavy armor? What? You were like, you had like, I'm so confused. Why didn't you have heavy armor? Because you were already at heavy equip load. Why wouldn't you have heavy armor at that point? If you're fat rolling, why wouldn't you have heavy armor? I thought your whole run was to be defensive. The non-legendary bone mana cycle is trash. Are you talking about? Wait, are you talking about the Bone of Time? It wasn't a heavy load? I could have swore it was, but if it wasn't, then my bad. I've never played like a run where it's completely centered around defensive, like taking as little damage as possible though. I'm sure it's good, but I feel like if you wanted to do that, you should be heavy load, but what do I know? I'm new to this game. Thanks for the money, bro. At least he doesn't steal your money and laugh in your face like some people. Yeah, I hear, dude. Honestly, if we're talking about Bone of Time, that's an item I personally want to play with a lot more. I hear good things, and if I see it on this run, I'm absolutely taking it. It's just an item, like, you guys know me. I like getting damage percent. I'm a bit honed in on it to the point to where if I see items that don't scale your damage directly, sometimes I'm skeptical of them. But this item technically scales your, like, it's weird. It's weird to think about Skul like this, but some items scale your damage in an indirect way by just allowing you to swap more or cast your skills more, stuff like that. And that's kind of like a approach I've been trying to be more open-minded to. So something like Bone of Time will just allow you to swap more often, and that's powerful in and of itself. Let's see if we can get more powerful in this shop. We're looking for bone items. Hello, Arabia. I rarely get to catch your streaming. Hope everything's doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Good start of the stream. Kyokin gave me some gifted subs, so made a little bit of money already, which is a good thing. I'm in a good mood. I'm a little tired. I won't lie. I did set my alarm today, but I did go and take a, like, I fell asleep again for 30 minutes. So, like, I woke up and I was a little tired. Like, I woke up at, like, 3:30, and I was like, oh, okay, well, at least I'm up and I can stream. But I am, you know, I got, like, that haze brain a little bit. But I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm going to get rid of this, I think. Items that increase your DPS. I don't know if I'd classify Bone of Time as that, which we're about to take for the record. Though maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to word these items. I guess saying increase your DPS is good. A good way to word it. But, like, it decreases swap cooldown, which means you can just swap more. And if you're casting your skills even slightly often, that can get out of control, especially if you're playing Bomber. I see this most of the time taken on Bomber runs. But it also would, I hope and assume, would be good on a Recruit run as well. Because Recruit also once to swap as often as possible. Though he does have very long skill cooldowns, which could be a problem. Because, I mean, look at that, 8.8 seconds. But that's going to go down as we continue to move through the run. And also, they're powerful skills at least, so. Would the adventure legendary item synergies? What do you mean? Fingerprint. I've never used shields to. That's a thing I need to practice is like parrying and stuff. But I've never really like I don't ever use L1 ever. it's something I'm gonna have to learn as I continue to get good at Elden Ring. But like I've never in my life in a serious capacity tried to run any kind of build that like is like fat rolling, if you know what that means. And I feel like most shield parry runs are going to be fat rolling. You tank hits and you dish them back out. See, that's not a playstyle I'm used to, so I can't really say anything on it. When I'm playing, I'm rolling to avoid damage and just trying to take as little damage as possible. But I beat Rellana, which if you guys watched my stream, I literally, God, it took us like 3 streams to beat her, and it was probably close to 100 deaths. I beat her in less than 10 last night on single player, so the improvement is real. Even over the course of like the last like 3 weeks, I've improved a lot, which of course will happen when you're playing off camera. But it's certainly nice to see the improvement. That's how you play every Souls game except DS2. Knowledge is power, true. And also just like being able to like focus exclusively on playing, because like when I'm streaming I'm also focusing on like entertaining y'all and reading chat and stuff, so it's like there's like an extra point of like distraction, and sometimes I'm not like retaining information the way I would like. But like if I'm just sitting there like vibing and I'm playing Elden Ring without like distractions, I'm able to like focus a lot and pay attention to the things I need to. What boss am I stuck at? I wouldn't say I'm stuck at him, because we just started fighting him. But we're at the dragon guy. I just don't know his name right now. I'm just blanking on it. But the dragon guy from the DLC in Shadow of the Air Tree, the big dragon, like the main dragon. I don't know why I'm blanking so on his name, but I don't know. We might be stuck at him next stream, which is tomorrow. But maybe we'll beat him quickly and be on to the next guy. Look how fast she's firing her fucking fireballs, man. I freaking hate the cleric buff. It's so annoying. What up, Lucas? Bale? Yeah, we're at Bale. Is he... I don't want to talk too much about Elden Ring, because I feel like we did that last stream, and maybe people... I don't know if people liked it or not, but is he weak to piercing, like the other dragons? Bale's way cooler of a name, I'm sorry. How many times did I die on Moog? I don't remember, but it was torture. Moog was very hard for me. Yes, he is? Yeah, okay. Well, at the end of the last stream, I got, like, colossal, thrusting swords. So we are in the position to be able to beat Bale, you know, with fair ease. As long as I am able to capitalize on the swords we got. And also a little bit of justice beating him with, can't even say the name. Fuck, I don't know his name. Palissus, whatever the fuck, the guy, the other dragon guy. A little bit of justice for him if we beat him with, if we beat Bale with his sword. We need to find more bones. And also a way to scale our damage up. Like, bone runs I feel like need dense damage scaling. in some capacity. Because you don't get that big power boost until the end of the run. And you need to be able to shore up the victory before that point. So what we're doing now is, for one, looking for more bones, but also looking for a way to just make sure our damage is good. Plossy? Yeah. It's not my fault From Software are psychos and call everything like the weirdest possible word you've ever heard, you know? Them and their old English bullshit, like, get out of here. Stop confusing me. I'm stupid. Think of the dumb guys, please. What about the dumb guys of the world? What are we supposed to do? We can't pronounce that shit. Nine bone run. Are there 9 bone items? If you dupe? Skadoosh tree. Pussy sacks. What? The fuck? Did I miss? I had to have missed something. Is that what you're calling Plossy? Yeah, Nani, the fuck? I'm so confused. Also, I have to snooze. Okay, holy fuck. That was a good one. And I didn't sneeze moan. You guys have ruined my... Like, I'm not allowed to, like, just be a human anymore on stream. Because, like, it just makes me self-conscious. Bale's more badass. I like them both. I don't know. Dragons are just cool no matter how you cut it. Like, how's a dragon supposed to not be cool? It's a dragon. All Plossy lost was 3 of his heads. Bale lost his wings, a whole ass leg, and he still put... Bale also... Plossy also lost the back of his tail. If you look, he doesn't have, like, the... He doesn't have the tail end of his tail. So... There comes a time in every man's life where you have to get rid of this. Well, it isn't true, but on a run like this, yeah. Also, we're, like, building into magic. We really need to be building in the physical. I think I'm gonna get rid. I don't think we're going treasure 4 on a run like this, so let's get rid of that. What is your opinion on the rookie legendary circuit? You need a lot of max HP because, like, I've talked about this in the past. There's like a tendency for the or maybe they fixed it since then, but what I'll say is, in the past, there's been an issue with the rookie legendary to not help you but hurt you if you're at low enough HP, or you're at... Let's say it's like the death blow. You were gonna die, and the item would have saved you otherwise, but you're like at like 2 HP. Or I guess that wouldn't be... Like, I don't know, because it's such a complicated item. Let's say you're just above the threshold before it activates and saves you, but like you take more like you're at 30 HP or 40 HP and you take 50 HP. What would happen in that scenario is the circuit would activate, but also at the same time your reassembly would also activate. But instead of like the rookie legendary would like prevent your reassembly from healing you, so you would be at like... You would be at like 1 or 0 HP, and you would not get the reassembly heal, but like the rookie heal would activate instead, which generally speaking is less than the rookie heal. So basically it just eats your reassembly heal sometimes and doesn't give you the reassembly heal, but like heals you with its HP heal instead. And that shit sucks when that happens. It's happened to me multiple times with the rookie legendary. So basically, if you're going to have the rookie legendary, just make sure you have like a decent amount of max HP, so that your percentage HP threshold for when the item activates is higher. So like, don't be at 150 max HP, or God forbid have omens and take the rookie legendary, because the percentage HP at which it activates is lower at that point. You want to have a lot of max HP. Make sure you have like at least Antique 2, maybe the Spokesman of the Mist buff, the Ring or something. But if you have max HP and the rookie legendary together, it's a good item. But if you don't, it's bad. And also, they may have fixed it. I don't know, but I doubt it. Basically, what they need to do to fix the rookie legendary is make sure there's like a because there already is a hierarchy of which items are activated when you have like life saving things. Usually reassembly is like at the bottom of the, or at the yeah, it's at the bottom of the priority, but I don't know, there's something weird with the rookie legendary where like it just eats your reassembly for no good reason. I've never seen them address it in patch notes, so I'd be shocked if they fixed it. No, so the thing about fairies is they are very good for new players, because fairies play the game for you in a way that I personally find boring. Like, fairies are like, they just attack for you, and like you just, it's basically a walking simulator if you're playing fairies. Whereas a lot of archetypes, I like the one we're playing now, Bone, I have to like control every aspect of the run. Every attack that's made, I'm doing the inputs. But fairies play the game for you. Very powerful for new players, but for a veteran player like me, once you've played one fairy run, you've absolutely played every single fairy run. And I just find it not very fulfilling. But like, if I'm offered a fairy run and like the pieces fall into play very early, you will see me take fairies. Like, I'm not saying fairies are weak, they're very powerful, but I don't know, I just don't get a lot of fulfillment out of playing fairy runs. This is going to be a pretty gnarly Rellana, I feel. Once we get our legendary recruit, this run's going to become majorly powerful. Because once we're doing like the Giga swaps, and we're like swapping a lot, and we're generating recruits off of that, or summons, that's when the run actually starts generating its like power. Well, we're definitely not riding the merry-go-round here. Yeah, like, I don't know. Fairies are good. Like, they are. Like, I'm not denying that. It's just like, if you have like a decent amount of hours in this game, I have to imagine most people would feel the same way I do, where it's just like, I wish you as the player had more to do on a fairy tale run. The way fairy tale runs are now, like, literally just like, they just win for you. You get almost no input over what they're doing. It'd be cool if you had it'd be cool if you had more to do on a fairy tale run, basically. I need to focus because we're getting a little low. Fucking terrifying. Oh yeah, we do need to die, actually. I'm glad I remembered. Alright, kill me, please. Make it snappy. I got all day. Oh my god, she's taking her fucking time. Good lord, Rellana sisters. When I don't want to die, they are like the most aggressive assholes of all time. Stun is the best status? I agree. Stun is very powerful. Pip did strike Fairy Tail. That's just him being goofy, though. Like, that is objectively bad run building, and I think he would agree. I don't think he's out here saying like, oh yeah, that was good. I was fucking cooking there, bro. Like, I think Piplip would be like, yeah, I was being a bit of a dumbass. I'd love a fairy tale run for my DM10 win redemption for the lost run I had where I got Shade Lu and Omens. Yeah. I don't know, man. Don't feel too bad about losses, by the way. Like, never beat yourself up over it. Because Skul is hard. It just is. It's a hard game. Let's not take anything beyond this right now. Like, I don't know if this will be a go-getter run. If it's bone, it will probably be a predicted pain run. But the Withered Hand is good regardless. We need to decide on a partner Skul. I'm not committed to this Minotaur yet. By this, the next time we see Arachna, I will probably be committed to our partner. If it's Minotaur, that's fine. I like Minotaur. If it's not, then I hope it's someone good. Also, I might swap my skills out here. Also, I need to focus. Good lord. You can't have any fun when Act 3 begins. That's where fun goes to die. What's my damage percent? It must be abysmal. It's not like terrible. The melanophobia is hard carrying though. Like, without melanophobia, we'd be in big trouble. You still heal more even if you die? Wait, what are you talking about? One thing that helps the rookie legendary is last resistance. Well, I mean, that's true, but I don't know. I take last resistance a lot of the time anyways. If I lose reassembly, last resistance is like something I'm almost always going to take. Let's see if we can get rid of this crappy ability here. That's good enough for me. I hate losing the big guy, but the ninja guy is also very powerful. His roam at wild? Yeah, but you're gonna suck until you get the tibia. Like, it's just like, wait, what is that? What was that? Did you guys see that? What was that? I'm so confused. The fucking, like, beams that were coming out of my punches. You didn't see it? Like, there was, like, when I was punching, there was, like, a attack coming out. It almost looked like, a mysterious apparatus. His bad run wasn't bad, but, like, where were his skulls, I guess? Is a fairy run fun? Not in my opinion, but a lot of people like them, so. Like, I don't like fairy runs because they kind of play for you, like I said earlier. Fairy tale runs, oh, it was, okay, I see, okay. It was just the assassin's attacks lining up with my punches in a way that made it look like I was doing those attacks, but it was just the assassin attacking. Okay, that... Now the world makes sense again. Yeah, it was an assassin. Is this a skull room? No. We still let him out of his cage because it's Act 3. If I ever see this guy outside of Act 1, I'll let him out because he gave me a rare. He has like a decent odds here to give you like a unique or above. If you have if your skulls are powerful enough on a run like what Piblet built, I guess you could be carried just by the skill damage crits. I still don't think it's very sound run building though, personally, but maybe I'm wrong. Like, there's a lot of unknowns I have with Strike. Strike is like an inscription, like that's like Piplip's bread and butter, it seems, is he really likes building Strike. So I don't know, I'm not very good at Strike runs. Well, Archlich is a skull that is like a powerful attacker, so like theoretically I guess it could work. I don't know, I find it hard to justify holding on to Fairy Tail on a strike run until the end, just so you can have like Tibia. Like, you're literally powerful in one fight, though you're saying he was powerful the whole time, so I don't know. It's just, with me, strike is like weird. I don't have a lot of good knowledge about it. Oh, we're definitely taking Medusa. All right, please give me bones. Please, bro, bones now. Oh, I should have dropped something else. Literally anything but that would have gotten more money. Can the remaining one give legendaries? Yes. If you see him in the late game, like the really late game, Act 4, Part 2, he has a really, really high chance of giving you a legendary. We need damage, man. Damage is... Well, I guess we just got a big damage boost, but we don't want to be exclusively scaling off our melanophobia. We want to be scaling off of other things. Let's take this instead of this. It's like okay. Yeah, I know. I'll ask him, and he probably will. He usually comes in at least once. I do believe Haxa has a video on this happening in Act 4 somewhere. No, I have a lot of videos of that happening in Act 4. It's not that uncommon for him to give you a Nat Legendary. So I guess you're just unlucky. But, like, he's very much capable of giving you a Legendary. Especially if you see him in the very late game. Okay, we just barely stopped that. I was way too focused on stopping them from summoning the thing, and I didn't even see the missile coming at me. Goodbye, sir. Have fun. And oh no, he came back up. All right, that works too. You think the next legendary release will be Magic Power Skull? I don't know. Who knows if we're even getting another legendary Skull? It just depends. Like, we don't know the devs' plans with the future of Skull. That's the problem. I'm hoping that 2.0, which, like, I don't know. I have suspicions that 2.0 might be the final release of Skull. I don't know, of course, but that's just like a suspicion I have. And if that's the case, then hopefully 2.0 has like a really good final batch of skulls. Because obviously the thing people get the most excited about when it comes to Skull is new skulls. Strike Enhanced is, in my opinion, not that good. Like, it's already hard enough to rely on Strike itself to proc, you know, like sometimes, because that's already an RNG factor. Relying on like an enhanced Giga Strike to happen is not like, obviously you can do it if you have enough crit percent, but like, you need a lot of crit percent to make Strike 4 worth your time. So I definitely agree with him for not taking Strike Plus. Get him, boys. We definitely need more magic damage to justify having the... I might try and find another balanced skull instead of keeping this Minotaur around. Because, like, we haven't found any other bones yet. How many bones do I have? 4? That's enough to make bone plus okay. And the bones we have are, like, of high quality. But I would like more. But what bones am I infinite bone, of course. I don't know. Maybe the archetype bones aren't super important for me. If I keep the Minotaur and keep a Power Skull, it could be important. Well, I mean, we're at... The dev stopping at 1.9 would be so bizarre. So, like, I think we're almost guaranteed to have a 2.0 personally. You know what? I'm going to take this. It would be shocking if there wasn't a 2.0, but... Like, 2.0 might be the last update, who knows? And, you know, maybe we'll learn more when 2.0 comes out. Time for working on it. I can't read that yet, since I Just got started with the adventure fight, but I'll read it once I'm done. But maybe, I don't know if you're here to hear it, but either way, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hopefully your workday goes as smoothly as possible. This is actually a pretty good swapping bone duo. I think, at least. Wait, you didn't ult? Oh god, everyone's ulting. Stop. Guys, chill. We stopped him, at least. Like, Alchemist has a pretty good swap just on its own. But now we're going to be able to make the golem be attacking faster more often, I think. That's cool. What up, Zebra? Well, duty calls time for work. See you later. Bye, Haxa. Good luck on the run. Can't wait to see how this goes on YouTube. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. And all the stuff I said earlier. Have a good day at work. Man, that's so tempting. I think I'm going to pass on it, though. Mostly because I want to build both my skulls to legendary so we can start arachno scaling. Skill spam run. It's a bone run. At least that's what it's supposed to be. And it's a good bone run. You know, it's fine. It's just like, I wish I had more bones. Looking over then the version number, it doesn't seem like a bad place to stop. Yeah, but like they will do a 2.0. And if they weren't gonna do a 2.0, I have to believe Southpaw would at least tell us that, right? Like if they were stopping at 1.9 in the 1.9 patch notes, they would have said, "This is it. This is the final update." I have to believe, even though it's Southpaw, that they would at the minimum do that. Because I know they care about their fans. Something I did notice, by the way, and this is like my current tinfoil hat theory. Did you guys see the post about moderators that they want to put in the Discord? Like they made a post about doing more, like they want more moderation in the Discord and they were hiring moderators. I currently have a theory based on two things. This is like super tinfoil hat, okay? One of the moderators or one of the admins in the Skul Discord has a profile picture that is like a lantern thing. That is an art style that is not Skul the Hero Slayer. Like, if you look at his profile picture in the Skul Discord, it is not, you know, it's very obviously not Skul. And also, they're hiring more people to make their Discord a more, you know, a better place to be. My current theory is, for one, they're going to rebrand the Skul the Hero Slayer Discord to the Southpaw Games Discord. That's part one. And part two is they're working on a different game that's not Skul. So like part one, they're, you know, because they're like a big company now, like, but like they only have one game under their belt, and that's Skul. So it made sense for the Discord to be Skul the Hero Slayer up to this point. But like if a game studio has more than one game, it makes sense to make the Discord the Game Studios Discord, not the Skul the Hero Slayer Discord. So that's like my reasoning for that. And the guy having a profile picture that is like very clearly an art style that's not Skul, why would he have that profile picture for any other reason, right? Like what, he just like found a random PNG of a weird lantern on Google and he was like, "Oh, that's cool, I'm gonna make that my Discord profile picture." It might not be Skul 2, who knows? But that's just my theory. Is like based on just those two things. And I might be wrong, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's a solid foundation for theory building. Moderators so the place doesn't become abandoned and mobile players entered. That's also maybe a thing, who knows? You'd love Skul 2? I like Skul 1 personally. Also, I guess it's fine that it locked me out. It's only a rare chest, and the Act 3 chest minigames are terrible, so. But I'm sticking to my theory. I think they're working on a different game that's not Skul. And, or maybe it's Skul 2, who knows. But I think they're working on something. But and there's also the point that DOS made is like, you know, mobile's been out for a while. I feel like if they were going to do this for mobile, they would have done it before they released it. But I'll still let that be a theory in the theory pool. like the Discord is objectively a terrible place to be in a lot of ways. Like, it's heavily unmoderated, and there's like phishing accounts in there all the time, including very weird ones. So like, there's also a point to be made that they just want to make it like not as terrible of a place to be. So I'm sticking with my theory, but I will also entertain other ideas as well. Like that's definitely a thing that could be a possibility. Have a BR mode? Yeah, bro. Yeah, that sounds dope, bro. I hope they do that. Live service Skul the Hero Slayer. Skul 2 with some better mechanics and new content would be pretty good. Cause like Skul 1, in my opinion, is a game that they could foundationally build on for a very long time. I'm kind of sad that they stopped with Skul at the point they did, because I think Skul could go on and kind of be like a Dead Cells game where they build onto it for the foreseeable future and make it like a juggernaut. But, yo, the devs do what they want to do, and it's understandable either way. I just personally think they could have kept going with Skul for a long time. Like branching paths, like, yo, like instead of going to the fucking the Grand Hall, you go somewhere else, and you know, like there's multiple in-game bosses. I feel like Skul's the kind of game that could have gone that direction. But regardless, I'm going to, of course, be playing whatever Southpaw does next. I trust them. I think they're good game developers. What mistakes do you think they made in Skul 1? Oh, you're talking about the run. Well, like, I don't know. We were talking about Strike earlier, and Sly said you made a Strike Fairy Tale run, and I was saying I think that would be a bad run until the very end of the run. But Sly was saying it was good before that point, and I was curious, what were you doing before the end of the Fairy Tale run, before you got Tibia? Like, how was the run generating damage? Were you just generating, like, did you have like high crit percent? Like, how did you? So you probably had Elementalist Blessing, maybe a duped Elementalist Blessing. I'm just trying to think how you generate enough damage and enough crit percent while also holding on to the Fairy Tale items to make that run good before you get the Tibia, and then the fairies start critting. Also, of course, Piplup loves his curses, so it probably had a lot of curses as well. You know what? I'm gonna take this. We made money. Well, they crit when you get the Tibia, and they may have been like working before. Like I said, he probably had a lot of curses that were generating damage amp, and he may have had like double Elementalist Blessing. Skul 2 would be able to call more people. Oh, I read that. 1.0 launch was bad. Oh yeah, true. That's true. That's completely true, Doss. I agree with that completely. Like, Skul launch, the game was just an objectively worse game. The vast majority of people who know what Skul the Hero Slayer is never even saw it past. They never even saw 1.5. You know, they didn't see the inscription update and the item update that like completely changed the game and made it like a game that actually has like depth with run building. So I agree with you. Well, like that, it's like their first game, right? Like, it's, you know, Skul the Hero Slayer was their first game that they, maybe, I think it was their first game. They may have had like a Flash game on the internet or something before that, but it's their first real attempt at making like a true game. And overall, Skul is just an excellent game if you consider all of the factors. I hear good and bad things about the mobile version of Skul. A lot of people come in and they're like, I like the mobile version of Skul. But then you hear like horror stories about like people like losing, like they like, you know, take a break from playing and then they come back later and all their items are gone, and like, you know, they have to like start over, stuff like that. That's like bad if that's the case, obviously. Okay, so the run's a little behind par. I would say like a tiny bit behind par. It's fine. It's just like most of the damage we're generating is coming from the fucking Alchemist swap. Or I guess the Alchemist Golem skill. This will help though for sure. Obviously. We can get rid of this now. And that makes dying on purpose worth it. It was goofy. 9% of my damage was from strike until tibia. Excuse me. I had to burp. The fairy tale I had was Lou, Dark Spirit, Blessing, Lake in a Bottle, and I had to put fairy tale on the pedestal. Oh, okay. So fucking Sly was like over exaggerating it a little bit. I would say you forced the fairy tale on that run. I think you would probably agree with that. Like, the fairy tale was just like a thing that was just there, and it was like fun that you had it, but it wasn't necessarily there because it was good. It was just there because it was fun and funny to have like strike fairy tale. Another game wouldn't be bad to capture an audience that didn't get to see Skul at its peak. True. Whatever Southpaw does next, I'm sure it'll be great. I have full faith in them. So now we're at a bit of a crossroads. Item damage, item damage, item damage versus predicted pain, which, if you think about it, doesn't work super well with the recruit because he's dealing swap damage for the most part. But it's very good with the Alchemist, and it's still good with recruit. I'm thinking this is a predicted pain run, personally. I think I'm going to go with predicted pain. Coming from YouTube, love your vids. Thanks, man. What up, Prod? Appreciate you. Bone box, yes. Bone mutant. So it's actually a good bone box, too. Because there's like a hierarchy of bone boxes. If you get a shitty inscription on your other inscription slot, then the bone box is like, sure, it has bone on it, but it also has fairy tale on it. You love your vids more? Well, I love my vids best. What up, Kang? It's not a build path I would recommend. I could have replaced fairy tale with more crit rate. Exactly. Like, it's funny and it's cool that you did it, but like, it's not like the recommended way to play. And you did it probably because you were just goofing around, which is what I said to begin with. But Sly was saying it was a good run, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I can see if he had like good skill casters it being good, but oh, Piplup has fans. That's what you get for streaming, man. You're building up that fan base, bro. Piplup, I should add you to my channels. Like, I have like Hannah and Earl in my recommended channels on my page, and I should add Piplup. In fact, I'm gonna. I don't even care if he wants it. What? What? The fuck? This has never happened before. Like, not even once. This is weird. It'd be funny if the camera really got stuck there. You've been struggling with DM0 for the past few days. Any tips on how to build... yeah, actually, I made a video on that recently on my YouTube channel. You should check it out. The video that actively killed my momentum in the algorithm because no one watched it, which I expected to happen, but you try and do something nice and good and you get punished for it. Classic. But it's on my YouTube channel. It's a recent video, too. I think within the last week. What up, Artie? Do you believe that the Southpaw will leave this game to the modders? Yeah. Like, eventually, sure. It's just hard to know what they're planning, I guess. Because they did say the last... 1.8, they said it was the end of the story. That doesn't mean they're done developing the game, but it does mean that more than likely we're not getting any more major story beats from Skul. So that's like a sign that they're leaving stuff to the modders. Which if they did, it'd be nice if they made a modding API for us. Like, like gave us like a skull modding API and an item modding API, because right now we're working off of what Bach has made, which is of course wonderful, and Bach is awesome. But I'm sure that if the devs release something official, they could make it easier for people. That'd be nice. That would have been cool if that was bone stamp. We are not seeing bones, guys. The bones we have are enough, but I would like to see more. The game could be so kind. I guess we're taking arms. It's fine. Watch it after stream. Imagine a boss rush mode. I would not get any enjoyment out of that personally, unless they made it very unique. I play boss rush every time I play this game. like it would not be hard for me to kill all the bosses back to back. If anything, this is like the Gigacopium multiplayer. I want multiplayer Skull. Let us play co-op Skull with our homies, or even better, PvP, so I could beat y'all's asses. That'd be so sick. Obviously, you'd have to change the game drastically for PvP, but like it'd be so fucking cool. In my head, it's awesome. I remember I was talking about this before, and no one agreed with me. Gotta go Haxy Waxy. All right, thanks for being here, Daily Mails. I appreciate you. All right, that's a good bone dupe, I guess. Now I gotta find something to get rid of for it. It's actually pretty hard. This is tough. I think that's the only play. Like, if we're doing bone and we're taking this, I think that's literally the only thing I can do. Act 5 is a boss rush? The endgame gauntlet, yeah. Because, like, what is there in fighting, like, Yggdrasil and the Rellana sisters back-to-back? What does that do? Like, oh, no, it's Yggdrasil. Everyone run for your lives. Like, oh, no, now we're fighting the Rellana sisters immediately afterwards. Like, it doesn't strike fear into my heart. Still hoping for local multiplayer. I would not like local multiplayer. Please, online play. Like, I'm sure some of y'all have people to play with, which, like, if that happened, I'd be happy for you guys, but I would get nothing out of that, personally. Which, you know, in the alternate Berenstain timeline where we got the branching paths, a boss rush would have been very cool. Oh, dude, the Berenstain guys are living it up. I'm pissed. Fuck those guys, man. They get everything. We live in the worst timeline, bro. They get all the cool stuff, and we're just stuck with fucking Demon King Castle Defense. They didn't even get Demon King Castle Defense, dude. They got a whole Act 6. And also, Act 5 got revamped and turned into a whole Act 2. Like, everything just sucks here, guys. Multiplayer would be goated. Absolutely. Yeah. It's not going to happen, of course. Adding multiplayer to a game that already exists is, to my knowledge, very difficult. Like, very, very difficult. I don't know why I went and checked that before I let her out. Mistake. But you don't think multiplayer would be cool? Would. I'm so confused. I'm confused, man. What up, Sly? After the adventure in Act 4, the game is almost a boss rush. I would even say, like, this is where, if you're talking about a boss rush, like these guys are no slouches. In fact, I would, you know, to this day, I'm still not convinced. I can't say with a straight face that these are the hardest fights in the game. Not this one. Like, she's easy, but all the other ones are pretty fucking hard. And also, she can be a pain in the ass as well. Alright. I do not feel like that would be hell for people to troll you. They'll pick the... Well, the way I would foresee this happening is you wouldn't build your run in the way you are, like, used to building your run in, like, PvP, if that's what you're saying. Or you're saying co-op. I don't know. I don't know how it would work. I don't think you'd share an item or curse pool, though. Like, that'd be weird. I feel like it would work in, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't know how it would work. It'd be weird. But they would figure out a way. I don't think they'd make it to where you share your item pool and your curse pool and you, like... maybe you're thinking of curses like what's it called? Infectious disease, which would affect you. So that'd be interesting to like work around. But also infectious disease is like objectively powerful. So, but I guess if your partner took infectious disease and you were building an antique run, that would kind of suck. Is worse? What do you mean worse? Like weaker? Or a worse designed fight? Because I personally think the Dark Hero is the best fight the devs ever designed by a lot. Like, I think the Dark Hero is like... It's almost like you're fighting a fucking Elden Ring boss in a lot of ways. Or just like a Dark Souls boss in general. Like, it's very well designed, in my opinion. Harder? I don't agree with that. I think Alexander is harder than Dark Skull, but I think the Dark Hero... Well, actually, maybe I do agree with that. I don't know. I would say Alexander's harder than the Dark Hero, but I don't know about Dark Skull. The only reason I don't think Dark Skull is hard is because Dark Skull has no variance in his attack patterns. He's very predictable. The only reason Dark Skull is hard is because the power form exists and he, like, deals a bajillion damage anytime he does anything. Other than that, though, I just don't find Dark Skull that hard at all. Though I'm not trying to discount or downplay people's struggles. If you're struggling with Dark Skull, I struggled with him at some point too. So like, the Dark Skull fight feels like the DLC to Dark Heroes Elden Ring. They would show curses but not items. But then in that case, infectious disease hurts you, right? Which is what we were talking about. Like it's kind of interesting to think that they would make you get affected by someone else's decision like that. If someone takes infectious disease, like, how do you make it to where it doesn't hurt your partner who's building... This is the biggest noob of all time, okay? But he's building an Antique 4 run, and he's like... he's like, dude, what the fuck, man? My max HP! Dude! And you're like, I didn't know, man! I didn't know, bro! Paranoia, exactly, dude. Though I guess Paranoia would only go after him, but it does stay on the ground for a while. Yeah, Paranoia, but like, it's like it would only attack the person who took it, but it's like lingers on the ground for a few minutes. So you would be just walking along. Here's like your friend's ahead of you. Paranoia hits him, and you just walk into the Paranoia and take like a gajillion damage. Whoops. If this is Bone Clone, okay. If someone took Paranoia, I would just like prove to them I'm the GOAT and still win and like not lose to their troll pick. That would just be a way for me to flex. Let's go on in the Skull. Take Paranoia in this Skull co-op session. See if I care. I'll win anyway. And you can just go ahead and die, and then you have to watch me win the run. Equilibrium Strike? Yeah, I'll take that. Let me do that real quick. No More Heroes not bad? What do you mean by that? Like, he's not weak? At least we're doing good damage now. Took the whole run, but here we are. His design? Oh yeah, no. Light Hero is cool. But so is Dark Hero. I don't think any of the... Like, in terms of just, like, design and, like, gameplay flow, I don't think any of the bosses really are... Aside from, like, Yggdrasil and also Dark Mirror Leona Sisters. specifically DM10 Lyanna Sisters. But most of the fights in this game are well designed from like a gameplay perspective. I don't have any complaints there. That's true. And you can't say that about Dark Skull. The hero in general is just well designed. The devs definitely took their time designing the hero as a character across the board. He's one of the only characters in this game that actually is a real character. Oh yeah, that's true as well. Joan Phase 1 is terrible. I agree with that. What's another bad curse? Poison curse. What's the one that changes your damage type is also bad, in my opinion. Curse of Confusion is bad. OCD with Warrior. I think Warrior is semi-capable of utilizing OCD. OCD gets bad. Like OCD Alchemist might be worse than OCD Warrior. Any character that like deals like damage without your fucking consent, like this for instance, unless it kills everyone, which it has a decent chance of doing, but like if there's a character that's dealing like an AoE blast across the screen without your consent, that's when OCD becomes a problem. Sounds busted. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong, because like he does kill everyone very quickly, but like the golem blast, like that can like go out and like the last ball could like touch an enemy's back off camera or something, and then you like are in danger of taking accidental damage against your wishes. I don't know, OCD is just scary across the board. His horrible return? What do you mean by that? No bones, man. I don't think I've seen a single bone since I took Bone of Madness. Doss didn't like the ending? Oh, I love the ending. I think the ending's good. It's not like Skull is like a super deep story game, so like I got what I wanted out of the ending. I wasn't expecting much more. I like that he reunited with his dad. That's cute. This is no bone zone? Apparently, bro. Little did I know. On my bone run. Well, I think the problem is the fake out to begin with. I guess I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I think that's a fair criticism, I guess. Like, why do the fake out at all? Just like, it's not like people are on the edge of their seat. Like, oh my god, did the hero make it? Oh, good lord, I hope he did. Lordy, lordy. But, like, that aside, I like the ending. Like, the thing, and you say Dragon Ball, but, like, Dragon Ball is, like, an extremely long serialized series, whereas Skull is, like, a very contained story, you know? And it's like, the hero ultimately died anyway, right? So, like he had a disease that made him, like, sick. You know, like he wasn't gonna live regardless. It was just so they could have the moment where Little Bone says goodbye to him, which is nice. I like that. I still like that, but odds are the devs didn't realize they were gonna go this far with it, and like they thought the original ending was gonna be the ending in like normal mode, and later on realized they wanted to have that moment between the hero and Little Bone, and then they're like, okay, well he lived actually. Yeah, he actually like survived, and he's fine. And well, he's not fine, he's dying, but he can say goodbye. The hero and Skull can now say goodbye, just out of the blue. Go on, hero. Oh, no, we stunned him. He's not going to do it, actually, yeah. Oh, also, we're taking a lot of damage. Gotta be careful. Don't want to die. Exactly. Well, Skull slayed. Actually, Skull has only slayed villains, unless you count the adventurers. He slayed plenty of heroes. Give it up to our boy. It's not all a failure. Like, he slayed heroes. He's doing his job. He just, he's not slaying the heroes you would expect him to slay. I love it when you can't see anything in Skull. That's like my favorite part of this game. We're never getting the accessibility update, guys. It's not happening. Never, ever in a million years. What is even happening? Goodbye. I'm late, but what is the build? It is Bone. And it's like, right now it's good, but it's not the best, but we're about to get a power boost that hopefully sends us into the stratosphere. Making him come back just to say goodbye was also quite a bad choice, but it's better than him coming back and staying alive. Well, he was never going to stay alive. All I'm saying is I like the literal last scene of Skull. I think it's very sweet. And even though him coming back was very strange, I still can forgive it. Because for one, I'm not focusing on the story of Skul the Hero Slayer that much, personally. It's just there. It is what it is, basically. But I do agree with you that it's not the best decision, and I feel like they made it in like a... They made the decision after the case. Like they originally intended to kill the hero where he originally died, but they like changed their minds because they wanted to have that moment. Alright, so modified bone will change our bones into new items. I need to read what this does. For one time after bone inscription is activated, the swap cooldown for the next swap is immediately refreshed. So it just gives me like giga swapping, even more than we already have. Bone box is the important item here. Activating a bone inscription effect will increase physical attack and magic attack by 45% for each active bone inscription, which for the record, Bone of Time allows me to activate this more often. So, hopefully, now we are like in the stratosphere in terms of our damage. I think we're going to be a lot better. That's also a good point, Lucas, but they didn't have to do the fake out originally to get to that point. Like, what they could have done is just, like, have the Dark Hero be arrested at the end, you know? Like, show a scene in the after credits where, like, the Carleon soldiers come in and, like, take him into the Black Lab or something, you know? That would have actually done a lot to just, like, have some foresight to make sure that you are, like, paying attention to, like, this quote-unquote plot hole. Oh my god! Oh, what the fuck? He's not doing his ult! What? Dude, what was happening to him? Look at his HP! I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, I don't know why he wasn't ulting. Dude. No, that's fine. I don't mind, Lucas. I agree with some of your points as well. I just think ultimately they could have done a better job with that. But I also think, like I said, I don't think they anticipated making it to this point. Here's the part where shit could go very wrong because I cannot fucking see. Now, keep in mind, when they first made Skul, they didn't know it was going to be a success like it was. They probably thought it would be like if they're lucky, sell a few copies on Steam, and they'd make like a little bit of money to like make their next game. They didn't realize it was going to be what it is. So they weren't thinking that far ahead. So it's cool that they've made it as far as they have.
Well, that sucks that I accidentally used that, but that's fine. Now I Giga can't see. Try something, bitch. I love not being able to see. It's my favorite. Not that it matters. I still got that dog in me. So I think, and this is something kind of crazy. Let me think about it. So in my recent, the last video I made, I didn't take the tibia. I took the scapula. And the reason I took the scapula is if you have an attack that's like a lingering effect, like a skill that is a lingering like thing, like, I don't know, a summon from Recruit, I'm pretty sure the entire time that summon is out, it gets the amp. Or like I had Predator, right? He gets like 5 skill casts from 1. I'm pretty sure every one of those gets the amp. We don't have a lot of items to make the tibia super good here. So I might take the scapula. But I'm probably going to take the tibia. But it's definitely worth considering something like the scapula here. I have actually made a game plan for finding... Well, I mean, that's what I do. But sometimes you just get to. Pelvis? Pelvis is a meme. It's not good here. Alchemist doesn't have much skill damage with skills. That's not true. The fucking golem. I'm gonna take the tibia, but I think the scapula is actually considerable here. You don't know if Davey was making use of the effect? Well, I mean, he absolutely was making use of the effect. Are you saying you don't think he was making use of the effect effectively? Wait, I didn't see your question. Did you ask about keyboard and mouse? No, you mean at all? Is he glitched? What do you mean? Like, is there something up with him? Dude, we are absolutely fucking dominating. Is it just the amp? What are those bone parts you get after Dark Skull? They give you various buffs. They all do different things. It's basically a 10th item that you can pick up. And some of them are very powerful, some of them are very weak. The one I picked up is called the Envious Tibia and is the most powerful thing in Skul the Hero Slayer, period. Basically what this does is, you see this down here, see this 11, 12, 13, 14, like, this is ticking up every time I move. And when it goes up to 50, that's when the tibia activates. And that allows every instance of damage you do to crit, from item damage to skull to quints. Like, everything is now critting for a period of time. And that's very powerful because items normally can't crit, and when you have the Envious Tibia, they suddenly can, and that is absolutely beyond busted. It's indescribable the amount of value that Tibia gives you. Even on a run like this, where we're not even like doing a ton of item damage, like the Envious Tibia is still providing immense value. Because even outside of item damage being able to crit, like, crit is just 50% amplification on your damage. So, like, it genuinely is just absurdly fucking powerful. I did kind of fuck this up a little bit. Normally I don't like going into the single hand portion of the fight with it having a bunch of HP. Alright, I think we're gonna be able to get out of the debris segment here. Alright, beautiful. That plus strike goes stupid. True, it does. But you only get it for one fight, so generally I wouldn't advise building for that for the end of the run unless you already have a good strike run that has a lot of crit %. which of course makes the tibia a little redundant in that sense. But like if you take strike just to like have it for the envious tibia, the rest of your run up to that point is gonna not be very good, and you're gonna struggle to beat Dark Skull, which then of course you can't get the envious tibia. Goodbye. Damn, this run went hard, dude. What the fuck? That was crazy. That was wild, bro. That run was good as fuck. Jesus. Holy moly. That was wicked, man. Yeah, man. That's probably the best bone run I've ever had. GG's. That was wild. And honestly, this run was kind of a little mid up until we got Bone Plus, which I guess is it's like what you expect from Bone. But even then, I'm just like, color me surprised. How's it going, YouTube? Exactly. YouTube is probably going to be seeing this tomorrow. Unless we get like an even crazier run after this. This will more than likely be the Saturday video. But yeah. Oh, that's not a. Did you actually redeem a run request or what? Or are you just saying that just to be Lucas? Oh, I don't have skull request open, so you didn't. Yeah, you can't trick me. GG's, man. That was a awesome run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Very interesting bone. I'm trying to think of what made. Obviously, the bone box is a high roll, but like, what about this run made it so good? It might have been the Bone of Time, because I don't think I've ever had Bone of Time on a bone run before now. I've been curious about Bone of Time for a while. It just allows you to swap and activate bone way more. Can we do an Archer run? We'll figure out what we're doing next. Maybe it's Archer. Whoever gets the skull request when I open it is what we'll be doing next, of course. However, I hope you guys enjoyed the run. This one was kind of shocking for me. I don't know why I'm so shocked. In the past, I've not been very impressed with Bone Plus. But like, this run was crazy. It was doing so much damage. I think skull choice matters a lot on Bone Plus runs as well. You gotta have good swappers, and these are very good swappers, so I think that's a decent part of it. Also, of course, predicted pain and withered hand, making our skill damage do like so much more, is also important. I don't know, just a good run across the board. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm doing an outro here. It's not for the stream. I'm going to keep streaming. This is for YouTubers because this is going to be a VOD. So there's another run after this. I just want to make that clear for the Twitch viewers. I'm done here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.